Top 5 wide receivers and tight ends, plus some massive linebacker news. Not quite what we were expecting. A lot of things to cover today. Let's jump right into it. Starting with the questions on the screen, do the pre-order curated legends, Moss, Sanders, Welker, and Harrison get power-ups? This is from that curated legends pack that if you pre-order the Dynasty or MVP edition, do you get power-ups for those items? The answer is these items are standalone player items that do not have power-ups. However, they do have ability slots, so you can throw abilities on those cards, which is important, as we all know, for wide receivers and cornerbacks, but they're not going to have power-ups at launch. So the stats that we've seen throughout the week when they've revealed them are the stats that they're going to have, plus any abilities that you put on them. Not huge news, but it's definitely important. What is important is RG shining some light into linebackers. People in the chat were saying linebackers can't jump. They revealed Devin White. By the way, Devin White's card is awesome. I'm showing him on screen now, but they were talking about Devin White, great speed, he's usable, etc., etc. People in chat were complaining, saying linebackers can't jump, and RG said something pretty interesting about the tuning behind linebackers and how that should affect or impact this year, and how the ratings adjusters are looking to make adjustments to how linebackers function within the game itself. So I'm going to let you listen to that now, and I think it's pretty interesting.
And they said they just can't jump, RG. They just can't jump.
I beg to differ. I think that perception has been going on for a while. There was some tuning done a few years back, but the way the system works, if you put a safety at linebacker, they have the same restrictions as the linebacker, I believe. That's an we can go off on that.
We can go off on that debate. Maybe we bring it back on and we talk about that from a design perspective. And I know we've talked about it for last year or so, but let's go ahead. Oh, go ahead.
Let me real quick, Agent K, because as you talk about that linebacker thing, one thing I do want to mention is I was fortunate enough to sit in some of the meetings and discussions this year about, ability criteria and ability cost and things of that nature. And I know that the team was looking to do some work, especially with some of the AP costs, to make the linebackers a little bit more appealing to the community, because I do agree with that sense. Maybe
For
not
sure.
as much
Yeah.
as the jumping, but there's definitely things you can do to make their skill sets and stuff more appealing, or are incentivized to use those guys more often. And I believe the team is going to try to deliver on that throughout the year and this year in MUT. So that should be cool, because we do want linebackers to be great, that they're an important part of football, and I think they will take a step forward this year, hopefully.
So that could definitely play an impact on who we use on our team. I hope that they give some sort of special skills or lower AP or really balance out linebackers so that they are usable. It just adds so much depth to the game, because when you have to throw safeties in at the linebacker position, it essentially makes any drops or promo releases where linebackers are the featured players totally null and void, totally boring, totally uninteresting, and really anticlimactic. So that's really what I hope they do. If they're able to balance that, it'll bring us back to a point where we have much more depth in the game, and it's just a lot more fun because you have a lot more options, right? It's a team building mode. We like to team build, and we like to, maybe I'm just a Bears fan that is salty because all the good players we ever get are always linebackers, but that's just being a Bears fan and playing Madden Ultimate Team. Hopefully there are some changes coming though, so that's good news, and I appreciate RG for being transparent about the logic behind that. Buffalo K revealed on Twitter yesterday Josh Allen at 77 speed, 89 throw power. The important thing about Josh Allen is he's got 90 throw power, so he's going to get set feet lead and pass lead elite, pass elite, passer elite. It's a really good ability. He gets those two abilities, so you have that option pretty much at launch with his core elite, which we all know using those abilities on a quarterback versus not using those abilities on quarterback makes it throw like absolute ducks versus laser beams. So it's super necessary if we don't have Gunslinger at launch, or maybe if Gunslinger's not in the game. Still haven't heard any news about it, so I'm just fingers crossed. I'm sure I'm going to be proven wrong, but you get my point. Alvin Kamara card, people were again pissed because this wasn't in the top 5, but he is a receiving back, so he will get running back apprentice, which will obviously help his stats. He's kind of like a budget Christian McCaffrey would be my guess. Definitely won't be as usable or good as McCaffrey, but still a very good option, and the receiving back archetype is very valuable when you got some power runner running. You need someone to be able to catch the ball, and if you have a Derrick Henry, he definitely cannot do that at like sub 60 catching rating. Top 5 wide receivers / tight ends now. We got Julio Jones, kind of unusable at 84 speed. They also changed him to a physical archetype, so he doesn't get the route running abilities like he did last year, which makes this card essentially unusable. Because the speed's so low, you'd hope that he'd get the route running abilities that would just make him good, like route technician, but unfortunately they wanted to take that away. And he's also wearing a Falcons jersey. LOL. Then we got D-Hop. You've already seen him already. Then we got Tyreek Hill. You've already seen him already. Then we got Travis Kelce. You've already seen him already. Then we got Devonta Adams. You've already seen him already. Very anticlimactic reveals today, but there are some cards that we haven't seen yet. Starting with Hollywood Brown at 88 speed. Great budget option. Don't know how much he's going to be. My guess would be like between 10 and 15K. That's what usually this kind of speed card, gold card is in the beginning of the year for at least the past couple Maddens, but he'll be a great option at 88 speed. No power ups, so you're just going to be stuck with 88 speed plus maybe theme team chemistries, or if you get the speed strategy item, because they're keeping that in this year. Then we got Jalen Waddle, another budget option at 88 speed. So if you have no coins in the beginning and you got Hollywood Brown and Jalen Waddle, you're actually sitting kind of pretty. We've also got Anthony Schwartz. I don't even know who this guy is. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but 87 speed, so another decent option. He'll definitely be cheaper at a 67 overall. He's gonna be really cheap, probably half the price of Hollywood or Waddle, but 87 speed, definitely an option. Just terrible route running stats, kind of unusable still. Tight end budget, we got Noah Fant. He's really big, but also 84 speed at tight end is pretty good. That's definitely usable. So if you need a tight end that's not Kyle Pitts, which by the way, they showed Kyle Pitts's like actual rookie card, he's got 84 speed, so the same as Fant. Both usable options. Pitts definitely the more ideal option here, but you can use Fant as well at launch. And then of course we have Kyle Pitts's rookie premier, which is going to be the 2 of 2 that I'm definitely going for. I'm gonna get Jamar Chase and then Kyle Pitts, maybe Trevor Lawrence. I don't know, I haven't fully decided yet, but let me know which rookie premieres you guys are getting. I'm genuinely curious, and it's not really a conversation we've had yet. They also showed the team affinity Chase Claypool. RG said he's kind of anticlimactic, doesn't get any like great abilities or anything. He does have 87 speed and he's a big guy with decent route running thresholds, but it didn't seem like he was anything special, so nothing like exciting there. And then they also showed Terry McLaurin from the Superstar stuff, from the Superstar promo. He's gonna get comeback and matchup nightmare with Double B as his X Factor. Remember these cards, I think he comes in the second release of Superstars, so not on August 20th exactly, maybe like a couple days after or a week after. But these cards come preloaded with abilities, so you don't have to spend training on them. I don't know if it'll be able to go into power up. We'll have to wait and see. Usually they can, but McLaurin's definitely gonna be a great option at 88 speed, 85 catching, and he meets all 80 route running thresholds, so definitely a great option there in Terry McLaurin. They also showed us again the Devonta Smith rookie master collection, as well as what his card is going to look like. 89 speed all the way powered up with great catching stats, great route running stats. He's a beast. Not as cool as Isaiah Simmons was last year, in my opinion, because we do have a lot of like great speed receivers, but Smith is definitely a very good option. If you're an Eagles fan, you got that theme team, get him up to 91 speed. That would just be pristine, man. He's going to be a really good player, but just probably not someone that I'm going to look to add personally. And that set's the same as last year, where you kind of just add all the rookie cards to it and then you exchange them out. And so 30 70 overalls, 25 73 overalls, and 20 76 overalls. A lot of cards, a lot of sets to build there, but we do have that exchange set, which is good for coins early on. So make sure you guys are subbed for the best coin making methods on YouTube right on this channel. We also got the Superstar 89 overall Michael Thomas. I believe he drops August 20th, so you won't have to wait for the second Superstars release for him. This is probably one of the better receivers in the game because of his abilities. 85 speed, not great, but he does have great catching and great route running. Thing is, he's got route tech, short and elite, and mid and elite, and double me as his X Factor, all preloaded onto the card. So Thomas is going to be a very, very good option. Slant Boy is going to be a menace on the field, especially with that short and elite, mid and elite, and route technician abilities. All really, really good abilities. And then lastly, shout out to Eric Rayweather. Be sure to go give him a follow on Twitter. These are all the wide receiver and tight end X Factor players that they tweeted out. He kind of summed them up real nice. Double me, you got Devonta Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, Julio Jones, Mike Evans, Travis Kelce. Max Security, you got Michael Thomas, Keenan Allen, Amari Cooper, which is weird because his Ultimate Team card has double me, not Max Security, but rack them up. You got Stephon Diggs, Tyreek Hill. Yak them up. You got George Kittle, Darren Waller. He said no new wide receivers, one new tight end. So that's it, guys. That's the news for today. Make sure you're subbed so you don't miss any news drops for the rest of this week. And as we head into Madden 22, just going to be pumping out a ton of content. You can catch it all here. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Drop a like if you enjoyed, and I'll catch you boys in the next one.